Do you want locum social work training that doesn't hurt your margins? Well, there is a big problem. We know that there's a problem for recruitment companies trying to train their locum social workers to a high standard. Some of the problems that exist are the high cost of training, workers moving on after some serious investment of funds by you as a recruitment company into their training, that there's a lack of access to good quality social work specific training. Most of the training that workers get are just one-offs, they're not ongoing over time. They're also individual training, so you have to pay for each worker to go. Some of the other problems as a byproduct of this are that there is a problem covering for workers to give them time off. Timing of training is not flexible, and workers don't really want to pay for their own very expensive training. And mostly recruitment companies don't have their own in-house training companies, and so they're struggling to meet the requirements of good quality training in-house. And also the biggest problem that I think that there is for most recruitment companies is that the commissioning agencies have now capped payments and there is a ceiling. But the issue is that social work training is getting more and more expensive, but more and more vital for each worker. With the rise of the academies for the social workers, the College of Social Work and the need to evidence social work practice, recruitment companies may be at a disadvantage, that their workers might be at a disadvantage as well because they're not able to achieve the types of training that you probably would have to have with the new social work licence and the requirements that are now really coming across the board. We know that recruitment companies are businesses and you don't necessarily possess the funds to commit to the training that your workers needs, nor are you able to offer long-term training over time because workers might move on, they might belong to other companies and you have to share that commitment. We know for you, the recruitment companies, that training is very, very expensive. That locums might want to be paying for themselves, but they can't afford to do that. They go off on training and they lose a day's worth of pay, and it doesn't meet their needs. So what might the future for recruitment companies look like who are not making the necessary changes to fit into the forthcoming licence and the new standardisation? I guess we would say for you, and you may agree, that you won't be able to attract workers to your company and you won't be able to offer a good service to the local authorities and other private companies and charities that are looking for good social workers. You might have a difficulty evidencing that the workers continue to be fit for purpose, the workers that are on your books, because they may be resistant to undertaking training, and that will reflect badly on your company. You might be losing out on accessing the best jobs because your company cannot show that you've got the best mechanisms to develop the best candidates in this fast climate of social work and educational change and standardisation. Some companies will close if they cannot remain competitive and meet the required standards of the commissioning agencies. And then there's the challenge of the new HCPC. The healthcare register is going to have professionals from social work on it as of next month, November 2012. And they're saying to us, we are currently moving from the PRTL, post-registration training, to training and learning of 15 days or 19 days over 3 years, which was set up by the General Social Care, to the new HCPC model of CPD over a 2-year period. This was Mark Potter from the HCPC. The HCPC expects each worker to keep a log of learning, and significantly, training must be based on input. They are more interested in the outcomes to service users than they are to the social workers and what they're achieving. They're setting in place some new standards, and those standards will require up-to-date record of learning activities in any format, online or paper-based, for the social workers. CPD, continuing professional development for social workers, should be a mixture of learning activities. social work locums are now needed to aim to learn in a number of ways, and that's not just by reading community care. They want their training and standards to be work-based. The HCPC want there to be much more professional activities evidenced in the portfolios that your locum social workers need to put forward. They want to see that your locum social workers have had mentoring, have had good quality training in a formal or educational standard. They want to make sure that there is very much a clearer understanding that the training that your locums get are self-directed learning that they would expect of professionals who are now joining their register. And they also want key partners to come in place to help them, and this is a really exciting time for recruitment companies, because actually the HCPC are now looking for you to be able to offer the standards that you're offering to your workers as evidence of continuing professional development. The HCPC will have a high focus on auditing. They specifically say that there are 2 standards that your locum social workers must be showing in the evidence of their CPD, and that is the contributing to quality of practice and learning delivery, how they actually improve their practice, how learning is benefiting the people who are receiving your services. And of course, you know that in 2014, all social workers will be subject to audits of the CPD, the continuing professional development that they will have done over the 2 years since registering in November 2012. Your locum social workers will be expected to evidence their CPD through a variety of ways, but mainly through written profile explaining how they met it, listing the activities of the 2 years that they've undertaken. The HCPC now has a specific pro forma to show the summary of the work undertaken over the 2 years for the social work locums, how they evidenced it, how it improved practice, and how it made a difference to the lives of the workers, of the service users that they were working with. Yes, it's a bit frightening, it's a bit scary, because actually locum social workers are not used to doing this, neither are recruitment companies. Well, really on the whole, neither are all social workers, because it's a new way of looking and evidencing the work. There will also be an audit of 2.5% of the population, the cohort of social workers who are registered with the HCPC. That will include your workers, the locum social workers who are part of recruitment companies. Locum social workers will need to write a statement of how the standards are met successfully by going through their learning log and writing a 1,500 word report showing in detail how they developed their own practice and met the needs of service users through the application of what they'd learnt. And this is daunting. But what if you could have access to your own high-quality outsourced training unit to work in partnership with you, your recruitment company, so that you could provide all of this and more for your locum social workers, so that some of the problems would disappear, because you can offer great value to your locums and increase your standing as an agency provider. I think you would find it beneficial. We are Social Work Processes UK. We are social workers, trainers, training managers and workers covering the wealth and breadth of social care provision. We offer our training currently to recruitment companies, to locums, to individuals, to local authorities, to charities, to fostering agencies and recruitment companies, and probably with your competitors. We offer knowledge. We offer you a virtual outsourced training department, a dedicated social work training manager to support the training to workers and audit the training of your workers. What we offer is the ability to work closely with you to design the correct training for the size of your locum workforce and the levels of skills and future growth that's required. We are able to offer you measurements. We provide you with data about workers who have undertaken training, data you can offer to APSCO, ASWEB, but ultimately information that you can provide and your workers can send off to the HCPC. We offer on-tap, accessible training. You have no overheads. We encourage workers to pay for their own training where they can, or we look and help them to find bursaries at hugely reduced costs. If workers move on, you do not lose your money, you do not lose your investment. You can evidence that you've been training workers. Workers choose you as their recruitment company because for social workers, having access to training is a large part of why they work for organisations and companies, so that they can develop their career. We are currently offering over 200 plus hours a year of continuing professional development to social care professionals from children and families and adult specialist services who work for recruitment companies and local authorities with our network of trainers, both location-based and online. We think we are the solution. We are currently helping many recruitment companies and many local authorities and many individual social workers to access high quality, affordable social work training. We offer an accessible year-long training programme for social workers in children and adults fields. We have geared this training towards workers who are not always able to have face-to-face training. I think you will find that this is quite new in the realm of CPD social work training. Our delivery is by a 52-week online training program which is available to delegates by live webinars or seminars, videos, audios, e-courses and participatory training. We are not just a click box, click online service delivery. We are a quality social work training department. So to start off with, what we offer individuals is a complete training needs analysis. Each candidate at the start of their training with us will be required to complete an initial training needs analysis, followed by full participation in the courses and evidence of learning through logbooks which must be returned to us, the facilitators, before any certificates are countersigned. The log which they complete is intended to help candidates reflect on their learning and consider how they will translate what they have learned into the actions they undertake at work. Candidates must reflect on learning needs in reflective logs showing their areas of growth and areas requiring further development. We offer certificates. The portfolio of learning can be used to evidence the HCPC registration, which is countersigned by our training manager, and a copy of the log will be given to you, the recruitment company, and to the individual to show the record of the candidate's achievements. No one will get a certificate of achievement without completing their log. They are rewarded either modularly or yearly. So this is what we offer. Core training, core adult and children's training, specialist training, professional development. And the costs are, we currently offer our training to individuals for £500 per year. But we are offering this plus much more to recruitment companies for a very small amount of money of £5,000 per year. Because, the HCPC said there needs to be a range of CPD. So we are offering recruitment companies access to our 24-hour annual online CPD program, which is online training, location-based training and physical products, plus mentoring services, pair and professional, life and career coaching, NLP and Professional, a monthly newsletter for professional updates, and our stress management training. But we're offering more. As part of our corporate package, we are also helping you to access discounts across the board of continuing professional development. We have linked up with a very specialised training management course, and so we are offering a discount management development course to your senior social workers and managers. We are offering discount attendance at live training events. We are offering you as a corporate recruitment company joint branding on our stress management book. We will be providing you with a training manager. We will be setting up your reflective logs for your individual social workers and evidencing their portfolios with you and issuing certificates, as well as offering peer and professional mentoring support services. But for a very short, limited amount of time, our corporate package will also have an unlimited number of online subscribers. What does that mean for you? Well, what it means for you is that when you sign up with us, when you pay for the corporate package for the year, we will allow however many social workers you have currently on your books to access our service. And that means the 24-hour online training packages, the mentoring support package, and the discounts, as well as our stress management training program. But this is for a very limited period of time, but we're also offering this for £3,500 for unlimited amount of locum social workers, but only to the first 10 recruitment companies who sign up with us. After the 1st of November, we are increasing the price of the corporate package to a more realistic figure of £5,000 per year, and we're also limiting the amount of subscribers per agency. So, what we offer is affordable and desirable training. What we offer you as part of the corporate deal is something that you can work and we can work in conjunction with you is, if you buy the corporate package, you will be able to sell it or give it away as a training package to your individual social workers. You can reward your workers with it. You can offer it as a standard or when locums have been with you for a while. You can brand the information, and you can sell and license our physical information. We can help you increase your margins and train your staff so you never have to think about margins versus trained staff again. So if you want to sign up for the corporate package, we are only accepting the first 10 recruitment companies. Please contact us at info@socialworkprocesses.co.uk or visit the website www.socialworkprocesses.co.uk. There are many testimonials on our website that you can take a look at. You can contact us directly. My name is Gradle Gardner Martin, and my partner Lorraine Tapper will be very happy to come and see you, to talk with you, to sort out your learning needs and your training needs as a recruitment company. For the first 10 corporate sign-ups, it's £3,500. We're starting the new programme at the beginning of the year, January 2013. So any amount of social workers you have on your books at that time will join up for the corporate package. Please contact us if you want to discuss this or anything else.